All right, so I'm here with Oz, who we met on Thursday when we pulled up to the Super 18. We're inside the Super 18 right now because it's cold as fuck outside, as you can see out there.
Super 17.
The Super 17. Did I say 18 again? Motherfucker, I did that like 3 times last night. The Super 17. Thank you. Fuck.
Just replay it back.
Cut. We're here at the Super 17 with my man Oz. So we met when we first pulled up to the Super 17 on Thursday night. And Oz stopped me and actually gave me some props. And it kind of blew my wig back, actually, when he explained who he was. So we'll start with, can you explain how you linked up and started working with Chapter 17 and Psychopathic?
It's kind of a long story, but cut it short. I was working for this other festival, and I wasn't gonna go work for Riot Festival. And but those are my people. But something in my heart just told me to get to Riot Fest, and ICP just so happened to be playing on that stage. So I was just like, fuck. In my heart, you know, when you get that feeling in your heart, you're like, dude,
100%.
If I don't do this, like I'm gonna be an old man sitting in a wheelchair or like a rocking chair, like looking back, it's like, I could have fucking, you know,
with that regret.
Yeah, like,
you don't want to have that regret.
Like what could have, should have, would have. I just had that feeling in my heart. So, long story short, we kind of packed it up in this music festival that I was at. Went over to Riot Fest because I just had that gut feeling in my heart. You know, just being a juggalo my whole life, you know, about 15 gatherings in and shit, it's kind of like, how could you not do that? So I'm on the way, and it's almost like a Blues Brothers moment. It's like, I could be fucking up really bad right now, or I can be changing my life right now. So I'm sitting there hitting the steering wheel. I'm like, fuck, you know, just trying to like, I'm sorry about cussing and
no,
shit.
You're good. We're on YouTube. We're on YouTube, so it don't matter.
But I was like, shit, you know, let's get there, let's do it. I'm like amping myself up. You know, like you're a rapper, you know, before a show, you gotta go, hey, all right, you know.
Yeah, I do some push-ups every now and again if I need to get my shit like going.
I looked over at my old lady driving the car. I'm like, this is gonna be the biggest hat trick I've ever pulled.
Yeah.
I'm a regular juggler. I'm just like you, man. I've been through the scrubs. Fucking came to the fucking gathering with a jar of peanut butter. You know what I'm saying? A jar of peanut butter and didn't know anybody back in the day. So looked over at my old lady. I said, this is gonna be the biggest hat trick I ever pulled. I got to Riot Fest. It turns out that the crew chief position was already off the table because I was late. But I told them, like, hey, my loyalty is with you. Regardless, I want to be here with you and help you guys out. And I got ICP coming to the stage. I want to make sure they're taken care of too. So a couple hours go by, I get a text message from my production staffing agent, and her name's Debbie, and she's like, you know, the stage manager over here at Riot Festival just made you crew chief. It was like they like the way you work, they like the way you're, you know, coordinating with your crew and shit. And she said, treat your crew as if you wanted to be treated. And I took that shit to heart, man. And just that day, ICP shows up to the stage. So I wanted to make sure that they were special taken care of. Because it's not just a band. I was loading bands in and out all night with my crew. And they're not just a band, you know, there's family kind of shit. We just like the way we work together, man. You know, nothing but love, nothing but respect for each other. And, you know, I made sure that my crew was doing everything that they could to make sure that, you know, ICP was taken care of, the Fago Clowns were taken care of, you know, everybody had their shit together. What's going on, guys? We're sitting by the trash can, you know, buddy, we're chopping it up, man. I'm fucking with his vibes, he's fucking with my vibes. And, you know, I guess he could just kind of seize my leadership. So I just go ahead and ask the question, man, you know, like, hey, man, we got Halloween coming up. It's the 30th anniversary. That's a big one, the 30th anniversary of Halloween. I knew they were gonna need some help. So in my heart, I'm like, man, this is my chance to ask him. I'm just a regular scrub, dog.
Yeah.
You know, in my heart, it's my chance to ask him. Bill was like, yeah, I need some help. I get a message later asking me to be stage manager for Three-Headed Monsters Ball, and then for Halloween the following day. And that moment in the car when I'm like, fuck, and I'm like, this is the biggest hat trick I've ever pulled. It's all come to the realization.
Yeah. That was the universe of the carnival.
That was all the Joker's cards or whatever you want to say surrounding me and looking down upon me and lifting me up off the ground.
And letting you know,
kind of
like
the carnival, like embracing me.
Yeah.
In a way that I've never felt. You know, so that's kind of how I got linked up with Psychopathic. I'm a stage manager, so what that means is that Chapter 17 has a very strict schedule, and they want it ran a certain way, and they want it to be crisp, and they want it to be clean. So it's just my job to make sure that the stage is crisp and clean. The artists are getting everything that they need. The artists are on stage at a certain time. They're going to get through their set, just so we're not having any delays within the show. So I just kind of go back and I mediate between the front of the house, which is the lighting techs and the audio techs. I just kind of mediate between them. And, it's like if I have a problem, like, hey, I'll run out. It's a lot of running back and forth. It's a lot of
By the way, I saw you on stage running back and forth the whole night, hustling. Yeah. So I want to give you major props because I saw you hustling the whole night.
Shit, hard work, dog.
Yeah, bro. Fuck yeah.
It's hard work, dog. I can barely feel my feet, but it's all worth it because, like, just that feeling in your heart, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll go through all the pain and the rain in the world, man, just to have that feeling in my heart, that I'm doing something good, not only for Chapter 17, but for the Juggalos.
For the culture.
And it's just the way that people come up to me and they see that the show's going smooth. They see that it's going, everyone's going on time. That makes me feel better. That really tells me that, hey, like, you're doing your job, bro.
100%.
So,
I love hearing stuff like that, bro.
It really means the world to me for, like, people to give me honest feedback on how the show's going, because I listen to Juggalos.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if they think I'm not listening, I'm out here in my own world. They're out there in their own world, but I can hear on the corner of my eye, like, man, I really wish we could have had wada wada wada. I really wish we could have had wada wada wada, or I wish it could have went like wah wah wah, or like, hey, this took too long, or hey, And it's not like I cater to all of their needs, but I listen to, like, what's important. You know what I mean? So it's more of like a majority crowd thing, So where, like, this is what the Juggalos want, and I'm gonna make sure that I'm doing my best on what I control in my little world to make sure that they're taken care of as well as Chapter 17.
Hell yeah, man.
Or Psychopathic Records as well.
So I guess we'll close with, what does being a Juggalo mean to you? I feel like we've already touched on this a little bit, but I'll just go ahead and ask the question flat out. What does being a Juggalo mean to you?
Man, being a Juggalo, it's honestly more than anybody can ever put in words, because it's a lifestyle, it's a feeling, and it's loyalty. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's loyal to the family. Being a Juggalo, it's like it's not really about, like, how much merch you got. It's not about, like, how many tattoos you got, where you come from. We all have a common goal, and we all bond through that common goal. And the Dark Carnival and the magic that the Insane Clown Posse and everybody between, like, Chapter 17 or Psychopathic Records brings, it's kind of like the glue that keeps us all together. And I just prefer that glue not to be broken. And what being a Juggalo means to me is just to make sure that glue stays strong. You know what I'm saying? So.
Hell yeah, man. Thank you so much for talking to me, Oz. Is there anything you would like to, plug or promote or whatever?
Plug or promote? Chapter 17.
Fuck yeah, dog.
All day long, dog. Chapter 17, man. We're talking, we're going to do it big every single fucking year. We're going to do big every single fucking year. I'm watching your videos. I kind of use your videos as a cheat sheet, dog. Like I said, I met you, and I saw your video last year about, like, oh, I just finished night 1 at JuggalOhio. This is how this went. I think this artist could have improved in this. I listen to that, dog. I'm like, you know what? I think you're right. So I kind of like to talk through the artists and shit. Don't sleep on Chapter 17. That's who I want to promote right now.
Hell yeah, dog. Whoop whoop.
Whoop, whoop.